God damn it. God damn it.
Oh,
Fuck. Nobody saw that. No one is to mention it ever again.
we're live, man.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Welcome everyone to another Saturday stream. And if you're just joining us, you probably saw Vector Maximus fall from his chair.
Shut up. Nobody saw it. Anyone who
Well, you know, I have to say, it's
urged with holy fire.
he was working on his whole comedy routine skit, which, I mean, I have to admit, if you've ever tried falling from a chair, you know, to actually know that you're gonna do it, it's a little freaky. You're a little hesitant, so sometimes you have to dive in. And Vector just dove right in. I gotta say, that was great.
Yeah, real life drama here on the Geass stream. Just as we went live, Vector Maximus fell from his chair in a very dramatic way, and his reaction was even more dramatic. So it was quite the show.
Stop talking about it. Stop.
We can never unsee that.
And there he goes, make an even big deal out of it, which makes it more interesting. But
the heretics will be purged with holy fire.
We'll all see on Discord.
Welcome everyone to this already very interesting stream. Clearly, Saturday stream where we're going to be talking about, in particular, a Code Geass script, an alternate script for the first episode of R2 that was recently translated and surfaced on the internet. So we're going to talk about whether it's real and what we think about it, and then we're going to transition into general chat about Code Geass, about whatever you guys want to talk about. Welcome everyone who's already here. Joining us today, we have Vector Maximus, aka Chair Coon is here with us. What's up, Vector?
Hi everyone. Yeah, I'm just going to leave and you can have the chair. Yeah,
also have
here's the chair.
Chair Coon's best friend, Table Coon, Cyanide Blizzard. What's up?
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. And we also have Gozen with us.
What up, guys? Sponsored by Powerade Blue.
No one cares about your Powerade. And we also have
It's
Soul
nice.
Mata, the birthday boy. His birthday is today. Everyone, wish him a happy birthday.
Yay!
Happy
1 year old
birthday.
day.
All right,
I want to
thanks,
see
guys.
those happy birthday wishes in the chat, guys.
Glad to be here again as usual. It's great to see everyone. We should have a great time.
We will. Happy birthday.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure to have you guys here. Always a pleasure to chat with everyone in the chat. And I just want to say that real quick that we had on the Discord server, we had some big promotions handed out today. And Anbu and Kuri Gohan were promoted to Margraves, which is one of the higher ranks on our server. We had Christian Floor promoted to Knight of the Round, and we also had Ateru promoted to a Knight of Uproar. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff going on the Discord. Congratulations to everybody. You all deserve it. And also, I just want to say that if you don't know Gozen, he is my taller brother, but less handsome brother, regardless of what Ateru's sister says. He is the less handsome brother, you guys.
I'm usually the tall, dark, and handsome one, and Boyan is the opposite of those features one.
Ooh. Are you going to stand for that, Animac? As an older brother, I sympathize.
Let's take him down. Let's take him down.
Let's do it, man. You can't get out of the basement and walk up here.
You're right, it is pretty far. I don't want to get up. But yeah, so what did you guys think about this script? By the way, I believe, did I link it in the description? If I didn't, you guys can link it in the chat.
I got it up, so I'll throw it in the chat.
Okay. Yes, this script, if you want to check it out. And yeah, there's some, it's like some changes that were supposed to happen in R2 first episode that did not happen. So we wanted to talk about that and how do we think it would have affected the rest of the show. Who wants to start? Vector, you want to say your piece because you were very interested in before we started?
Yeah, I guess that I'll start with my piece. Well, for anyone who hasn't actually gone and read it, essentially the big difference, because this is an alternate script for the first episode of Season 2, is that basically Lelouch would have shot Suzaku in the cave, and he would have gone and confronted the Emperor on himself on the airship, I think, the Great Britannia, and it was there that he would get his memories erased. So when we come back to Ashford in the start of season 2, like Suzaku's still there, Nunnally's still there. At least that's what it appears like. But at the end of the episode, so Lelouch is interacting with people normally and stuff. But at the end of the episode, Valletta would go to someplace in Ashford, and basically Lelouch would be tied up there with chains in like a crucifix position. So, I mean, I'm just a little confused, like, is Lelouch imprisoned in Ashford? Like, how is he interacting with people normally then? Or, stuff like that.
Is it Sayoko or someone?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is it like a Sayako kind of Lelouch clone or Lelouch imposter, basically, to keep things calm or something?
Yeah, you know what, actually? By the way, guys, we have a new Code Geass video coming out today, which is going to be talking about every Geass power and explaining every Geass power, every known Geass user, their power, their limitations, everything we know about Geass power. And this reminds me, actually,
Gilgamesh second donator. Sorry to interrupt, but Gilgamesh just gave $2.
Oh,
we gotta rep that.
Gilgamesh second donator. Thank you, bro. Thank you for supporting the channel. And we have our first donator was Umaru-chan, aka Devil the Rebel. So yeah, thank you guys for supporting the channel. It means a lot to us.
Unreal, guys. Unreal.
And yeah, it's cool stuff. We appreciate it. I was gonna say, actually, because in Oz the Reflection, Orpheus Zevon actually has a Geass that makes everyone around him think he is someone else. Think that he looks exactly like someone else, sounds exactly like someone else. So Vector, could it be that perhaps it was Orpheus Zevon pretending to be Zero, and he was actually going to be brought into the main series?
Yeah, I guess that could work, but my only question would be, why would Orpheus Zevon, who is shown to, he's involved with Peacemark, he hates Britannia, why would he be posing as Lelouch? Of course, this is before they write, this is before Akito is released, of course, and stuff, so it's possible this would have been like a proto-version of Orphon, but I think it definitely could be a Geass along those lines.
Yeah, like that would be interesting if they were going to bring him in to the main series, and then he ended up just being in the manga spin-off, because this is from the manga Oz the Reflection. Anyone else want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, well, the one thing I do like about this script is there's no Rolo.
That's hard to beat.
I don't like that guy. So yeah, I'm very happy that there was no Rolo. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I mean, it just feels very different because, I mean, admittedly, at first, I didn't realize it was a script for the first episode of season 2. I actually thought it was like for season 3. So I was really confused. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems interesting still.
It does. I feel like it would have just, like, they had to restart it, right? If you read the beginning of the script, it's because it was going to be on a different channel, a lot of new people watching, so they wouldn't be able to follow necessarily if they started where they did last time. But I feel like it would have gotten into the action much quicker and just continued. While here we got like kind of like restart and then building up again. So
yeah.
That would have been interesting to see if it just kept going strong without the restart.
Yeah, and by the way, Anime Recon is in the house.
He's rating.
Saying Recon no Pico. So yeah,
I love it.
He has courage. That's what I'm expecting.
That
what is
guy,
like? Wear your weaknesses as armor or something. He's just running with it.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Kuri Gohan is here with us, even though it's currently like past 1 a.m. where she is. So
jeez, go to sleep. Sleep.
No, sleep is for the weak.
Yeah, sleep is for the table coons, so we're too busy sleeping to show up for our Discord meeting.
Hey, I was up till 2:30 a.m. doing work, so.
Is it YouTube work?
Wait. Actually, surprisingly, it's work. So YouTube work was earlier in the day, but
work.
YouTube
the
work
interesting thing with this is, I mean, there are two definitives we know for a fact that this is an actual script. This came with the collector's edition Blu-ray for R2, released in 2015. So we know this is legitimate. This was planned, and this was released to the public. So we can definitely confirm that. And the big thing with that then is we can also look as well at how being on a different network or a channel then affects a script of a series, which in this case really determined where Code Geass went and where it was going to go. And you mentioned it before, Gozen, but yeah, like the butterfly effect. I mean, essentially a ripple can create a tsunami. So by the end of episode 26 for R2, you know, how drastically different things could have been solely based upon this first episode it's delightful to think about, because already with this, as you mentioned, it seems like we're already getting to the action a lot quicker. I mean, does that mean that we're going to have kind of a bit of a lull to build up in suspense for, you know, a dramatic act that's going to occur later on? You know, how does this all play into effect? You know, is this a use of a Geass? Pretty sure that it probably would be based upon the world, but how is that going to affect into the story? It's really interesting. Like, I'm skimming through this right now, and yeah, this is unbelievably fascinating.
Yeah, I was really interested by the fact that Lelouch actually shoots Suzaku, because that is a big deal. In this script, instead of Spinzaku taking Lelouch's gun away from him, Lelouch actually shoots Suzaku first in the stomach, which is very interesting because I was always bothered by the fact that Lelouch refuses to shoot Suzaku, refuses to kill him, even though he keeps ruining all his plans. I thought that was very uncharacteristic of Lelouch, because he is always saying everything for the greater good, everything for his plan, and all that kind of stuff. And then he does things like, oh, but I'm not, Suzaku's my friend, so I'm not going to get rid of him, even though he keeps standing in my way. I always felt that was contrived, guys. I don't know about you. But yeah, so I thought that this would be very interesting in terms of character development and how it drives the plot and the relationship between Suzaku and Lelouch. Suzaku did survive the shooting, but still.
Yeah. I think personally that changes like the dynamic completely. Lelouch would have definitely become a different character if he was capable of shooting Suzaku. That would show kind of his path down towards like that more detached Lelouch. But it seems like with the revised version, he still holds on to that friendship. He still holds on to more humanity than it seems like he was going to in the first version.
Yeah, and I just want to shout out some people in the chat too. We have Colonel Nat, not Colonel Nat. We have Dead Amelia. I always love saying, why is your name this, bro?
Why is your name yourself Dead Amelia?
Dead Amelia. We have Wraithis. The Drunken Taco Cookie is here. I saw Eno in here. Ladiga, Morte 117. And we have, who else? Vector is there. Anbu, you've just been made a moderator, because I
congratulations,
dude.
Ooh, nice.
We have Ramazan and Roll. Crobat Gawk is in the house. Sometimes he can't make the stream because he's busy on Saturdays, but he's here today. Thank you, bro. We have Wraithis, Matthew Besham, Snoorly. Renee is here. Yeah, wow, lots of peeps. Lots of peeps. Peter Stratton, a lot of Joseph Zarur. I've seen all of you guys around. Shatos is here, yeah. So yeah, I appreciate you guys coming regularly and supporting the channel and just being part of the community. Such a pleasure. And a lot of you guys are on the Discord as well, which is awesome. The Discord is so much fun. And if you are not on the Discord yet, be sure to check it out. Link in the description. So yeah, awesome stuff. And yeah, now let's get back to the discussions. Anyone else want to weigh in on this Lelouch Suzaku thing?
Well, here's a quick question for you gentlemen. And this was actually a really good point bringing up by Lelouch shooting Suzaku is, how do you think they would have played that out? Would have been Lelouch slowly coming to terms with his actions as more of he did it as a combination between sort of like this impulse and his frustration, but then realizes the weight, the levity of it, and slowly begins to kind of collapse with that? Or would it be sort of a descendant plunge and then almost sort of like kind of hitting a certain point where he starts to kind of rocket back out of that? Or how would they handle that?
I mean, my personal view is even in the base R2, he seems to, after a certain point, Lelouch seems ready to cut ties with near about everyone, particularly once he becomes emperor, in order to achieve, you know, his vision of world peace. So I think that we could just see that happening a lot earlier, because shooting Suzaku is kind of like cutting out his past friendship, you know, that won't stop him anymore. So I think we could just see like a slower, not a slower, an earlier digression down into that kind of, anything can go for the sake of my greater good. Like you see at the end of R2, where, he's basically willing to, kill thousands and kill himself and trick and lie and cut off from Nunnally and basically do anything in order to get it done.
Yeah, true. We also have unlighted player, and I saw the anime dude in here. What's up, bro? Yeah, I thought that was very, very interesting, because if Lelouch turns against Suzaku earlier on, that would have been, to me, like, very interesting to see how his character progresses, because I thought that his relationship to Suzaku and his attachment to him as a friend dragged him down. So I thought that was kind of like restraining the plot from going somewhere more interesting. And speaking of world peace, I thought that Shin Hyuga Shang from Akito the Exile had a very interesting strategy for achieving world peace. He wanted to exterminate humanity and just kill everyone. So
I mean, that would be peace if everyone's dead.
That would be guaranteed.
I mean, he's not wrong that it would bring peace. I mean, he's not wrong.
yeah, so it's a very effective strategy. I don't know if the ends justify the means. However, a pretty effective strategy indeed. Soul Senpai, what do you think?
What do I think about what? World peace.
Yes.
World
Is it
peace
sustainable in our cruel world that we live in?
It's very overrated. No. Yeah, no, I think I don't know. I mean, it'd need a very strong catalyst. I mean, I'm not too sure if the whole Lelouch Zero Requiem was a strong enough catalyst, because we like to get forgetful of things like that and repeat past mistakes generally.
And this is why a history major is important, people.
English
Yeah,
major all the way. But...
Yeah, but I mean, we never learn from it, do we? I mean, we're supposed to, but we don't.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that so much, Solmaka.
So I think there would have to be some kind of constant there to help guarantee it. Sure, some massive catalyst, but some kind of residual effect that remains constant, that's always there. Yeah, I mean, like as a constant reminder, not just like a crater in the floor somewhere. Yeah, I mean, but something like people have changed now. They're infected with something or something, just something more meaningful to people themselves and this long lasting as a reminder.
You know what would be a good way to achieve world peace? If I had C2's Geass that everyone loves me, and then I make the whole world love me, and then
that sounds like a worldwide cult.
Season 3 confirmed.
That's all we want.
C2 becoming an idol. C2's going to be an idol. She's going to go around singing. She's going to use her Geass to make everyone fall in love with her.
So she'll basically be a green-haired Lacus Klein. Okay.
Yes.
Everybody in the chat. Hashtag we are not a cult. TM.
Lacus. Hashtag we are not a cult. Yeah. But we want a castle.
Yeah, we want
a cult. Curry Gohan's on the same page.
Yeah, we are not a cult. Sure, we're going to have our own compound where we have like an anime fantasy land one day, but that is not because we're a cult. It's because we're just a very active community of devout.
Totally.
You had to use the word devout.
Hey, that's okay. I have a secret moon base. I mean,
Moon base.
Nice. Well, I am devout in my love of anime, so
Soul makes sure to devote himself 12 hours a day to anime. So
yeah,
he is very devout.
Very devout. I'd spend longer on there, but but then I wouldn't have a life at all.
And you have a family that you have to sometimes spend time with.
My kids will forget what I look like,
Helvian says hashtag we might be a cult. No, we're not a cult.
I'll end up only talking to my kids so long they come to me in cosplay, and that could be awkward.
Animac goes and somebody hashtagged Hope Callan dies in season 3. How does that make you feel?
Frustrated.
Oh,
no, I don't think that.
Shoyan, you were just looking for a response, didn't you? You just wanted to agonize. You were pulling a DX fan on us.
But damn, I feel like that could happen, man. I feel like they would
No.
want to just crush us.
No,
crush our
unfortunately, I
Christmas
think
like that.
Orange is gonna get killed. Unfortunately,
That is going to be sad.
That's my.
Like, isn't it too obvious though that he gets killed because we saw him in the like, getting injured? I feel like it's too easy.
It might be a bait and switch. It might be, but I mean, I
red
wouldn't rule it out.
No, they're not gonna kill Colin because it's like killing C2. Like it's too much. Like
No,
it's like you wanna
but that's the
piss
thing.
off all of your fans. Like this isn't Game
I
of
feel like they
Thrones.
will. No, I will see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll
Well,
see.
see, that is an interesting perspective.
Game of Thrones confirms.
Because
No.
a decade has passed, so they may have originally had plans, but those plans could easily change depending upon obviously the mentality of the scriptwriters now and what may be influencing them. So, I mean, that's just it, especially with the advent of shows like Game of Thrones. Originally, where, if a season 3 came out, they may not have gone that route, but they may look at it and go, well, this is a character a lot of people are attached to. And I mean, there's clearly emotional depth. I don't know if it would happen right away because so much time has passed since R2,
No.
but I could see that happening. And I mean, it would create a really dramatic effect throughout the community. But I mean, if done well, it could be really impactful.
Well,
And
it would also
solidify
create a community
Lelouch.
uproar.
Stop it. I'm not even gonna think about anything happening to Colin. Anything about happening to Colin. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to
You're
discuss
gonna have to deal
on
with it,
this
man.
stream.
Get over it.
No, it's not happening. I'm not thinking about it.
Dear God, no.
Also, Valletta, no. Nothing happens to Valletta or Colin. C2 is immortal. Everyone chill out. Everyone just chill out. They already killed Shirley and Euphemia. For God's sake, it's enough. It's enough.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, the way that the Britannian inheritance, the next emperor seems to work, it kind of is a Game of Thrones, so it would make sense to start killing people off.
No. Also, I see Fabrice thing in here with the bro. And no. Enough.
Animac, you're gonna have to write fan fiction, man.
Fix it, fix. Fix it, fix.
No, I'm gonna if anything like that happens, I'm gonna have like protest. I'm gonna go to Japan. I'm gonna go to Japan and just protest outside of the studio, clamp, naked.
Yeah, we're gonna go with all our money and just go
Bring
naked.
back, bring
You're
back.
gonna throw money at him.
Naked with a whipped cream bra.
Hey, Looney's hurt, man. Looney's hurt.
Well, you see, here you go. This is a great potential future for Anime Uproar, is documenting the trip going to Japan, protesting this.
And then the
Yes.
experience of the inside of a Japanese cell.
Yes, the eventual incarceration then.
Yeah, like
That would be amazing.
Make
Hopefully
sure
they don't
to
take our
get-
camera.
Make sure to get a picture of the huge Gundam statue for me while you're there.
Oh yeah.
make Code Geass great again, guys. But no, I think my vlog from the jail says like, hey guys, so yeah, I'm in jail, but these toilets are really nice. Like this is nicer than a hotel toilet in America. I'm just saying.
It's like made of gold, and it's just like, Japan, how can you afford this?
A disco ball comes out and karaoke mics pop out the toilet seat. And
That would
Yeah.
be scary, yes. That would be very scary.
By the way, we have Collider Cordero as well. What's up, bro? I've seen you for a while here. Thank you. Always appreciate our regular watchers and supporters. Also, Snoorly, are you the same guy as Deep Voice? Like, am I crazy or are you the same dude? Let me know. And stop asking me to wear a maid costume until we get a million subscribers. In that case, I will do it, and I will be the best maid you've ever seen.
I'm just gonna
Unlimited
call
maid
out.
works.
All
Just
the
a call
ladies are
out
gonna be
Cordero.
like, all the ladies are gonna be like, I thought Sebastian Michaelis from Black Butler was hot until I saw Animac in the maid costume.
The seductive pulling of the hair.
That was
Yeah, well-
perfect.
I don't have cleavage. That's my fan service.
Perfect. Perfect.
I like that. Perfect.
10 out of 10.
Crowbat Gawk says, Anime Uproar, do you think Luna Maria will play a role in season 3? I think that's a video for Crowbat Gawk to make right there. Sounds like one of those Crowbat Gawk is Anime Upro related to Double 4 anime videos? So I'll wait for you on that.
There are a lot of good points in that video.
Eno says Maid Mac and Vector Maidimus.
She's ever since she found out that my student work thing here at the college is cleaning, she's wanted me in a maid outfit.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice.
It's gonna happen eventually. It's so
Probably one day.
For curiosity's sake.
Trexile Gaming says he wants to run in the other direction because he doesn't want any yaoi. It's not yaoi, bro. It's fan service for the ladies. It's not yaoi.
Like free,
Exactly.
like free, innit?
Although a Maid Max / Vector Maidimus would be probably yaoi.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Golden Spider, he's also on the Discord. What's up, bro? He says he wants a fanfic. No. That idea is banned.
Yeah, no. I do not agree with that idea. Just no.
Pay me and I'll draw it.
Oh God.
Pay the right price.
No.
We got it.
By the way, for those of you who've been wondering about Code Geass news, we've been following it every day, the official website, and they have been updating it, but just merchandise news and news about the Blu-ray special Blu-ray release, which is coming out in April. So yeah, we haven't had any release date news. If we did, we would immediately go live. We would make a video on it so you would know. So don't think that there's news out there that we're hiding from you. If there was news, we would have let you know. But we're following daily, and as soon as there is, we will get back to you. So don't worry about that. I know a lot of people ask me, and I'm like, if there was news, we would be on it. Don't worry. We are waiting for it. That's how the anime industry works. Like, they say in general something is in production, like the sequel for Code Geass, like season 2 for Seven Deadly Sins, and then it's very we're still unsure, what's happening. So it's just the way it works, but we'll be waiting for it. Same thing with One Punch Man season 2. Just the other day, we released a video updating people on One Punch Man season 2. There are rumors that it's coming out in middle of 2017. It was confirmed on the official Twitter account last September that season 2 will be coming out in 2017. But again, there is no official announcement. And you'll recall that the Attack on Titan season 2, which we were waiting for like 4 years, it was only announced in like January that it would be coming in April. There was no official release date until a few months before it was going to be released. So, we might be looking at a similar thing with Seven Deadly Sins, with One Punch Man, with Code Geass, where only a few months ahead of time they'll tell us, oh, by the way, it's coming out. So that's something we have to be prepared for. Obviously, I would like to know much further in advance. But yeah, that's just the way the industry seems to work nowadays. It's not very certain.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were going to wait until the actual release, the new releases of the Blu-rays, to potentially announce some new news, because that's not uncommon, as you said, and that's the big thing, is especially for a series like that with Code Geass, since it has been dormant for so long, it's really important for them to, for them anyways, that the way they think about it, is to build hype for it and to get people interested, and that's the big thing to do, is to talk about it. In some cases for shows, they usually won't announce it until they have a concrete date, but with Code Geass, people are going to be like, well, what's this Code Geass thing? What is that? Because there are people who are watching anime now who've never heard of it because it came out, about a decade ago. So that's really, I think it's really smart of them to do it. But yeah, that's just it too, is that, originally the movies were estimated to be in January. Obviously, we're in March now. We still haven't heard anything, but I got a feeling that, around the Blu-ray releases, we're going to start getting some more information.
Yeah, and I also sometimes think maybe it's an issue of translation, because it seemed unrealistic to me for the movies to come out in January. They just announced it a month earlier, and now all of a sudden the movie's already coming out. It seemed unrealistic to me, but I would appreciate at least some news saying, oh, it's going to be coming out in the next few months or something like that. Yeah. Gilgamesh and the King of Kings and Gawk are asking about Seinfeld, whether Jerry Seinfeld is going to be in season 3, whether we're going to do an update on Seinfeld new season. And yeah. You guys.
Go back to 4chan. Go back to 4chan.
You can just tell from the expression on Animac's face that he has had it up to here with your shit.
No, that's meme wars. That's meme wars from the Discord server coming right into the the stream, but it's okay, guys. It's
One
okay.
thing I can announce or notify people of, because I know there are some that are interested in Koei no Katachi, also known as A Silent Voice. That basically is getting the Blu-ray release on the 17th of May, and then roughly the 7th of June should be translated into English, so you should be able to get streams of it around about 7th of June, for those interested in it.
I heard that's good.
Yeah, look, yeah, it is good. I read the manga. I recommend reading the manga, you know, like all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah, guys.
If it has a manga, read it.
Manga.
I'm reading that anime snob's book now, but then right after that,
That doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Sounds like an interesting manga.
Odwin
Yes.
asked if we think that they need to kill an important character off in order for season 3 to be a good season. And as a writer myself, I don't think that is the case.
You don't need to kill characters for it to be good.
Yeah, if the story really depends, the story itself, on a certain character dying for a good reason, then perhaps. But I don't think that you should kill off characters just to make it a good season, or just because you feel like you should, because it's, you know, that's the thing. I think that the story should really call for it, and I think you can still have a good story without killing off major characters, depending on how you do it, of course.
It has to be done right.
That's the thing is, with a manga like, or a series like Akame ga Kill, you'll see that is when some characters are killed off, their deaths are more impactful and meaningful, as opposed to others where it's we only get development before they get killed, and it's just there's no weight or levity behind it because we haven't gotten enough of the chance to know them. So it's just, in that case, feels more like a cheap ploy of using death to try and get a reaction. And especially that's not the only series that's guilty of that. Mirai Nikki has had issues with that as well. But I mean, that's the thing, is it really kind of comes down to how you handle it. Death can be really impactful, but it's how it's handled. And that's the most important thing. But no, you don't need it to create, you know, either a great tragedy or sorrow, much less to, you know, convey the same level of depth.
So would you say that Chronexia and the Eight Seals did a good job?
That's a no.
I plead the fifth.
Oh, yeah, that was... Well, I mean, I will say, for one thing for sure, is that I did a stream with a bunch of gentlemen where we basically called Michelle, the character that gets killed off, Arrow Girl, and we kept talking about her even after she was killed. We'll probably end up talking about her in episode 2. So technically, the character is memorable, but not for the original intended reason.
Yeah.
Also, someone was saying, do you think Lelouch will die at the end of season 3? I think that because now that we've already had the Zero Requiem stuff, I think that would be just like too much. So I think now that he survived, he's immortal, he should survive, they should have some kind of different ending. But again, we can't predict what the writers have in mind, and they could still tell a good story that doesn't include things we're predicting. I just want it to be, again, a good story. I want there to be a strong focus on the writing, and then I know that they can make a great story with it, because, like I said, what makes a great anime is that we're talking about it many years after it finishes airing. Code Geass is a perfect example of that. There are so many mysteries in that show that are left for us to discuss, philosophical aspects, interesting characters that stick with us. So that's why I think that Code Geass is a great anime to work on and to build on. So yeah, even though many people are skeptical about a third season, I'm optimistic because I want to see more. It's a great world. The world is so underexplored, as we've, you know, noted in many of our videos, that there's so much more in that world to explore. So yeah, I want to definitely see more, and I think it could be great. But we need great writing. There has to be a big focus on the writing.
I think that's going to be the biggest challenge of all, is, you know, enough time has passed to where, you know, if obviously the writing style will probably differentiate, as mentioned before, a decade has passed. But that's also going to be a big thing, is how things are written, because, you know, the mindset of the average anime fan is a lot different than what it was back in 2006 when it came out. So that's going to be really interesting to see how people are going to react to it then, and more importantly, how people are going to look at the writing as well. So I'm really interested as much to see how it's handled, to see how people treat it as well, since the anime community is so different. Because I had the pleasure of watching it as it came out, fan subs of it, and seeing how people reacted to it and how people treated it. And I'd be really interested in seeing how people react to this one. Like, I think that's going to be part of the intrigue and interest behind it for me.
Yeah, and I think I just hope they don't like actually be like, oh, so now we have to put more Moe in because it's 10 years later. Like, just no.
Oh fuck no.
Everything
No.
made super uber cutesy.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I wonder if they're going to be going for an older audience because, you know, second season was apparently supposed to be younger audience friendly too, which is why they didn't have a lot of nudity like they did in the first one. So I wonder what kind of age group they're going to be going for this.
I would personally maybe I'm dumb, but I would aim for the audience that was watching it when it aired. So I would aim for them. So I'd aim for them, not kids, because they're the people that already know the story. They're the ones that already know the plot. They're the ones already invested. So just appeal to them. It's a very safe and secure base.
Although a lot of people watched it after it aired, like subsequently, that are huge fans. But still, I think you gotta, like, the reason the show is successful, it's a proven strategy. So they should build on that. They shouldn't now try to switch it up because, you know, people like Moe or something like that now.
No, don't genre switch.
That's sometimes a problem because I'm sure we've all kind of noticed this to a degree with certain Japanese businesses. Like, I don't know what Sunrise would do. I almost have the impression, though, that they would want to try to gather in a new audience, because sometimes you see that more often than not with businesses as their objective as well. You know, we don't know how much of our old audience we can get, but if we can bring in a new audience, you know, we could get even more people involved in it. I mean, theoretically, you would want to target that older audience, but that generally isn't the case, unfortunately, with some companies. You know, you get some really weird decisions, like when certain things are brought back. Not always, but, and I would hope that, I would imagine that wouldn't be the case with Code Geass. That'd be really weird to not do so, especially with how popular it was when it did come out. But
yeah. I don't know. I would hope that they would not, because it's a third season, right? So they would have to know that, you know, you have new fans are not going to just get into a third season immediately, right? So I feel like they have to primarily look out for the established fans and then try to, with the hype, get other people into it. But, you know, it's hard to do a complete restart on season 3. They would be crazy, at least in my opinion. Hatenshi asks, do you think it is possible to have more than one code? And I think it is implied when Charles says that the Ragnarok connection requires 2 codes, and he's trying to take C2's code before she changes her mind and doesn't let him take it. This is inside the Sword of Akasha, I believe. Or no, inside the Thought Elevator. But yeah, I think somehow you might be able to get 2 codes so that you can open the Ragnarok connection. Whether that means that he has to kill a code user somehow, whether it means that he just has to have that code user with him, I'm not sure. But it is implied that somehow you can take control of 2 codes in that episode. I believe that is episode 15 of R2.
Yeah, how many codes would actually be available? Because yeah, if 2 are required to open it, you know, how many can exist in the world at a given time? You know, is it only 2 to be able to open it, or, you know, is there more than that in case someone dies?
I'm going to keep running with the theory that there's 1 code per thought elevator, so 8.
Yeah, Vector and Soul suggested that because there's 8 thought elevators, there could be 8 codes, 1 for each elevator, which I think is interesting.
I'm just wondering what these other people are doing while all this shit's going down.
They're just chilling and basking in their immortality, and they're just watching it unfold, cackling maniacally.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we only see one part of the world, mostly Japan, right? So
yeah,
it could be that there's other things going on in other parts of the world, and that would be an interesting thing to have more code bearers brought into the next season. 1 second, I'll be right back, guys.
And it also might be the fact that these other code bearers might not be as prepared or as mature as the ones we've met so far. Maybe they're like novices.
Well, or they might be even older than C2.
And
Which
not
I
even
think could
care
be-
about like
that I-
earthly things.
Yeah, they don't even give a shit. They're so old.
They're so old.
Well, it also could be a case of where they're just simply like, hey, we'll let this, play out. Then we'll just swoop in after this is all said and done. And
That's fair.
Make a new Geass theocracy.
And it's like, what do they want? Their motivations might not even be power. Who knows?
I mean, in some animes, it's portrayed as like immortals after they reach a certain point. The only thing they care about is who can amuse them the most, which I think could be interesting for the Code Bearers. Like, they've been around so long, they don't care what's good or evil. They just care what amuses them the most.
It's like Shinigami, right? So that makes sense.
Precisely, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Wraithus is like, he feels like Animac left to hit me. So everybody watch out for that door.
Watch out!
Oh.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Where's the hitting me?
I'm right here.
Fedora.
Oh god, the fedora.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, in
more
the
Call
chat,
of
Snorley has asked 18 times, Animac, what do you think about fedoras? Animac, what do you think about fedoras? This is what I think about fedoras, bro.
Our first video, he was wearing a fedora. Our first, like, where we appeared on camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I wore a fedora to the Anime North vlog, which was our first video that we appeared on camera last May. So yeah, Snorley, this is fan service for you, bro.
Nice.
And I noticed that the view count just massively shot up as well the moment Animac came back on with the fedora.
People can just sense it.
True.
Yeah.
It's like, there's a fedora. Quick, get on. Get in the stream, quick.
It's like, I don't even care about anime, man.
Oh, that's great. But yeah, that actually is an interesting question. And Xenogears, they play a different thing where there's the shepherds and the lambs, and the shepherds basically watch over the lambs, and it's basically an advanced civilization that watches over people on the planet. And I mean, that's easily something I could seize to a point where any code bearer would be looking for a form of entertainment. And frankly, what could be more entertaining than watching Lelouch?
Watching
What
a
is this
World War. Watching a World War.
Yeah, watching a World War. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, think about it. They probably all gathered up somewhere and they're just placing bets. They're watching the war unfold and they're just placing bets. Who do you think is going to take who? Yeah,
it's like the world's greatest game of poker or something going on.
Yeah. And, Odwin asks, do we know whether a person, once they lose their code, do they immediately die, or do they go back to being normal age, and then they, they can live out their lives unless someone kills them or something? And I don't think we actually have this confirmed.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything that confirms it in either direction.
Yeah, because all we've ever seen is someone get murdered and their code gone, or they die from their injuries when their code is gone. So we've never seen the possibility of someone like either as soon as the code gone they rapidly age and then die, or they stay like the age they are and then start aging normally again. Yeah,
because we only know of two cases where code was taken. One is for the nun, and she wanted to die right away, so we don't know if she just killed herself right away or if she, what happened. And we also saw Charles kind of steal the code from V2 by killing him. So that's all we know in terms of that. But it could theoretically be that you could remain living. Stop laughing at the fedora, guys. I can hear you.
It can't be done. It can't be done.
You look like that one girl from BuzzFeed, man.
Oh yes, thank you, man. Spreading girl. Oh God.
I like spreading girl. Yeah.
I hate it when people sit with their legs apart on the bus, guys. That is
I just feel like Hitler when I do that. I just feel so bad.
Social injustice of our time, guys. There's no bigger problems in the world today than a bunch of people sitting on a bus with their legs apart.
Agreed.
I think on this channel we can officially say fuck BuzzFeed.
Well, yeah, I haven't watched a lot of videos, but I saw some of the videos for sure.
I don't even go on BuzzFeed, so I honestly don't know.
There will be no future partnership between Anime Uproar and BuzzFeed.
Well, not anymore, because
the future was so promising.
No. He just buzz-killed the deal with Fuzz.
Nice. Pleasure.
Nice.
I guarantee it, you guys who are watching this, either live or later, we will never sell out to BuzzFeed.
We will. we will sell out to all the other things.
Yeah.
Animac,
BuzzFeed.
I would like to know that Snorley on the Discord screen capped you wearing your fedora and is now using that as their avatar.
Actually, he's been using that for a while. He screen
Yeah,
capped
yeah.
the one-
Oh, it's with the fedora now, though.
No, yeah.
No, but yeah, the other one with the shades as well.
Like, this is the new one. Like, this is literally just took the picture because it's
It's
with
this
the
one
outfit
now.
you're wearing right now.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh my god.
Well, I am best girl, so I get it. But yeah, I don't know. I think Pizza Hut should sponsor us here. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
I would like-
definitely. I mean, we're doing loads of promoting for Code Geass, so definitely we should get the Pizza Hut though.
Pizza
Yeah.
Hut supports the anime uproar.
We have a Pizza Hut emoji on our Discord server. Come on, Pizza Hut. I'll eat pizza while streaming.
I'd like some garlic bread,
If they gave me
please.
pizza, I
Yeah.
would eat it too.
I took my son out for his birthday to Pizza Hut. Yeah.
You know how to
Come
spend
on.
birthdays, Soul. You know how to spend.
Hey,
birthdays.
that's like the best birthday as a kid. I remember going to Pizza
I've
Hut.
done it 2 years in a row now.
Oh, that's
I've
good.
done it like
Nice.
the other year, like first time, and then he wanted to do it again, so we done it this year as well.
Oh,
Shout out
good
to
stuff.
What is up? And
Two,
yes,
hello.
No, two.
Two.
Pizza Hut, yeah, it'll be cool. We'll just get some pizza, right? And we're just like, so guys, yeah, we'll be talking today. Oh man, this is delicious. This is just a delicious pizza. So affordable as well. And yeah, Lelouch versus Suzaku. Who is the better military strategist?
Oh god.
Stay tuned.
Imagine Suzaku won.
Oh.
He would only win because he has that Geass, which makes it so that he has to.
No, it's like Pizza Hut is like, listen, we need Suzaku to win, or we will stop funding you.
We'll
so,
stop
like,
funding the revolution.
Can you guys please stop calling me the best BuzzFeed girl?
No, I started
Oh,
that.
rip.
Oh, Gozen, what have you done?
Oh man, it's brother things, man. Like
Gozen
that's
is
brotherly
just-
love.
Gozen is just too scared to wear a hat because he's.
I haven't. Yeah, I don't wear hats often. I'll bring it. I'll be one of those guys that wears a toque in the house.
Yeah,
It'll
right.
happen. Oh man, Vector, I love your new picture. I didn't know that was you.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, who did that?
I did it. Well, no, I didn't. I took a random anime picture off the internet and I recolored the hair.
Cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you
they
changed it,
always
so
need
technically
the,
it's yours now.
Yeah, you changed
Yours
like
is wild.
12%. It's yours now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm missing though? I'm missing a cigar right now.
Yeah, then
Yes.
you could totally be like Mafia.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yes.
so.
Yeah, no, but you need the coat over your shoulders as well.
You look like you're in Bakano, man. You look like you just walked out of Bakano.
Yeah. The Code Geass Season 3, she. Coming out.
Well
Coming
done.
out, she. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing.
Say.
Oh yeah, we've got that rat as well, your daddy rat. Yeah. Where is he?
There, rat.
I don't know if he's in here.
Yeah. He should be on here.
Renee says I'm missing a pipe. Oh, okay, so we're going European then, with like a pipe.
I was gonna say pipe. Yeah, I was gonna say the cigar would be very, very American.
It would be
yeah,
more
pipe.
so
I view
American.
maybe I imagine a pipe as more like a professorly look,
Yes,
whereas the
for
cigar is mobster. So,
or detective.
You could be
Yeah,
a mobster with
yeah,
a
yeah.
like
Yeah, I'd
And
say
you-
the pipe is more detective,
Like-
I'd say.
a mobster with a pipe. You could be like, "Hello, I am a garçon, and I am a very bad mobster. I will kill you. I will kill you, and I will do mime. I will do mimes."
I would not be afraid of that guy.
Where have we gone?
where has this gone?
I don't know.
What
I'm
has the fedora done?
Goddamn.
The Fedora has
the
raided the
Fedora
stream better than
single-handedly
Recon ever could.
derailed the whole stream.
Well, it's better than just talking about Gundam all the time, like Vector. If I didn't bring this fedora, I would have been like, "Well, guys, remember how Gundam?"
Shush!
And
You
we were
don't.
talking about Code
Shush.
Geass.
Soul, did you leak our plans to derail the whole thing into Gundam? Damn it!
Gundam. This is, it's like the emergency word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ow! Gundam!
Quick, press the
word
emergency
for what,
button.
you guys?
It's our safe word. Gundam!
Yeah, safe word for you too. Okay. Wow.
So speaking
God
of
damn
Gundam, you know that scene when Amuro gets slapped.
When it starts
Love that.
derailing, that's it. Yeah, we need the bright slap. So Gundam, that's it. Read
All
them
right.
out.
All right.
Slap.
Back on topic then.
He
yeah,
repositioned the
So that
videos
means we're gonna
getting
get back to talking
serious.
about Gundam, but what Gundam are we gonna talk about? We could talk about 00 Zeta,
The original.
Double Zeta,
The original.
Ooh.
By
Yeah.
the way, guys, if you didn't know, on the Discord server, we do like live watchings together of anime.
Yeah.
Soul organizes that. I think Anbu helps as well. And I know Soul and Vector watch Gundam all the time. So if you're a Gundam fan, definitely get in touch with them. Discord link is in the description. They do a lot of fun stuff. There's also a lot of just shit posting and screwing around, but there's also serious stuff. So yeah.
Like
There's
fun
something
shit
for
posting,
everyone.
like quality shit posting.
Join us on Sundays, because that's when me and Soul sit down and just watch like 12 hours of Gundam. So
Lies.
if you want to.
Sunday is actually karaoke day, so that's when Vector and Soul sing together a duet of every opening from the Gundam series. So that's what they're really doing.
I've given up on understanding.
At 10,000
no,
subs, we gotta do that.
Seriously, after this stream, we're gonna be hosting the first 6 episodes of Spice and Wolf, because that's what won the vote. That's what you
Ooh.
voted for. That's what you're getting.
Oh,
So
that's
yes,
cool.
Spice and Wolf, season 1, first 6 episodes. That's what it's gonna be streaming.
This is like the
after this.
coolest anime club ever, guys. I love
That's
it.
what I'm talking about. Give me some of the wise wolf.
You like sexy
Give me some
wolves?
holo.
You like
I'm
sexy wolves?
okay with that. I will make an exception for furries for Holo.
Do you like sexy wolves? Do you like economics? Join our Discord server. We got it all.
I love
But
sexy
For some
wolves.
reason, that was very funny, and I'm not sure why.
I'm gonna have to go for now, guys, because I got a bit of company. So
Okay,
Alright,
cool.
by all
Sounds
means,
good.
you
Thanks
take care
for
of
joining us,
business,
Soul.
Soul.
Happy birthday again. Everyone wish Soul a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming for your
to
birthday.
you.
I'm singing,
Happy
goddammit!
birthday to you. Happy birthday, Soul.
Jesus.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh man, what a great exit for him.
Yeah, he will
Okay.
never be back again.
Good, it worked.
He will never be
Everybody-
back again.
Everyone start shit talking him. Quickly.
No,
By
that's
the way-
awesome that he stopped by for his birthday, though. Respect.
If you guys do have some questions about either Code Geass or other anime that we've been doing videos on lately, like One Punch Man or the Iron Blooded Orphans or ReZero or whatever, you can pose them in the chat anytime. We're in the meantime, we are not a cult. However, this whole like Eno
If you
is in the
keep
chat.
saying it,
All these
they
people
are
who
never
say
going to
they're
believe
the
you.
followers of Eno. They call themselves the followers on Eno on our Discord, and I don't know. They're pretty weird. They're pretty culty. Not gonna lie. Ladiga is the number one offender there. Ladiga, he's the high priest. Of the Eno cult. Although the Eno cult is a subsidiary of the Animac cult, so
You've just been saying for the whole stream that we are not a cult, and then you
We
just
are
called
not a
ourselves
cult.
the Animac
We
cult.
have a subsidiary faction that's a cult, okay?
no, it's an acronym. It stands for like creative, utilitarian, legislative, tetrarchy. It all means stuff. It all means stuff.
Okay, well done.
Acronyms are the best. What can I say?
Yeah. So Dead Amelia says he loves Cookie, but he is also he meddles. You know, he fucks with the Eno cult, as you would say. So I don't know.
No, stop that.
That's not a thing to do.
You know,
It's
it's
bad.
my waifu, damn it.
A vector anger intensifies.
Literally. In the house rules, it says don't anger the vector.
This is true. You don't.
Yeah, Vector is a good man with a short temper.
No, it specifically says my patience is long, but my ability to hold grudges is even longer.
No,
And that
that's
is
cool.
true.
That is cool.
I wouldn't fuck with
Forgive, but never forget.
And I
Basically.
personally, I don't hold grudges, but I have Vector hold the grudges for me. So if someone angers me, I'm like, oh yeah, it's cool. And then like, Vector, blacklist this person.
Yeah, I have the big book of grudges.
Slowly
Yeah.
ruin them.
It's like, yes, my lord.
I will write down their names.
In the Death Note.
No, just the grudge note.
By the way, Shatos asks if there could be a kind of war between different code bearers in Code Geass, the sequel. For example, of course, we know C2 has code, but then someone else, Lelouch might have code, but then we might have other code bearers who have other interests, who might have their own, Geassed people who are their soldiers fighting for them. And I think that's definitely a possibility. And there's even a possibility, I think, of the collective consciousness getting involved. Because I always think like Akito, not the best writing, but a lot of hints about the world of Code Geass. And the fact that Shin Hyuga Shang gets his Geass from a disembodied skull, like a manifestation of a skull rather than a code bearer, tells me that there might be some different factions that could potentially tap into the collective consciousness that have powers that we don't even know about yet, and that could surface in the sequel. So like that's why I always recommend watching Akito for those little hints, because yeah, like there's a lot of interesting possibility and a lot of interesting potentials, which is why we make so many videos about this stuff. If there wasn't enough material, we wouldn't be able to make the videos. So thank you, Code Geass. We love you.
That is so true.
That is really interesting though, because when you think about it, obviously code bearers really haven't gotten involved. C2, sort of started the whole thing for obvious reasons now, but that's just it. Is what would it take to get other code bearers involved? And like you said, I'm pretty sure they probably have their own Geass people involved or set up, at least in case if something does happen, that way they have some sort of preventive means or measures taken that they can protect themselves and or their area of land. Because I assume that they happen to be influential or affluential individuals. So that's going to be interesting as to what would tip the scale enough for a code bearer to get involved.
Yeah. Like, what is their goal? Do they have their own like order? Do they have their own different things like that they're actually like doing that outside of what we know, like their own goals that might be thrown into a loop because of what's happened with the Zero Requiem? Like, I'm really interested in that. By the way, we currently have 666 members on Discord, so someone join us because we don't want to be a satanic cult.
Wait, do we really?
Yes.
Oh god, I have to see this.
666 people on Discord right now.
Don't screenshot it.
Oh, I'm screenshotting this. I have to.
Okay.
And Kristen Hansen says, one of us. We are not a cult.
A lot of people are saying it.
Anbu asked an interesting question. Let me just find where it is. Do you think that when a code bearer locks away their immortality, they're no longer locks away their code, they're no longer immortal? So I think what he means is when C2 locks away her code so that Charles cannot take it, and then she reverts back to kind of like a primitive self that thinks Lelouch is her master and stuff like that. Do you think that at that point she is no longer immortal?
I think
she's shown to still have her code, so I think she's still immortal. She just loses all her memories of when she had the code.
Or that's the impression I got.
Yeah.
That's more cognitive as opposed to where the physical attributes that the code provides still exist despite, potentially locking it away. Sorry for interrupting though.
Because it's still inside her, right? So it's still like acting as it would. It's just her memories are erased. She goes back to the point when she was with the nun.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, I think her my view is that your physical body, because of what the nun says in the flashback, that the physical body, if you have code, cannot deteriorate no matter what. However, if you lose the code, that's the only time that your body can actually deteriorate. So that is why I think Charles must have lost his code, because if he can lose his physical body in the first place inside the world of C, that means that he lost his code. Otherwise, the nun specifically says, in order for me to die, for my physical body to deteriorate, someone needs to take the code away from me. So like for Charles to have died and Lelouch not have gotten his code would have been ridiculous, because it wouldn't go along with the rules that were already established a few episodes before that happens. Gilgamesh says Animac Conglomerate. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it Anime Uproar International. But yes, you're on the right track, my friend.
I thought we were going to call it the Empire of Anime.
Yeah, no, that's
I like that. That's
that is our
far-reaching.
like insider trading name. You know,
Huh.
we have to have like a corporate sounding name for the plebs, for the
True.
muggles.
For the plus.
Oh yeah, so Odwin says we don't know anything about code bearers and procreation. True. However, I got an interesting comment from someone yesterday on one of the videos, I think on the top 10 mysteries in Code Geass, where female biology intensifies. That a person said that C2, if she has lived that long, she would no longer have any eggs left to reproduce, assuming that she still, is having her period and stuff. Over that many years, the eggs that she has would be gone, so she would no longer be fertile to reproduce.
So
what do you guys think about that?
I don't think it would work like that, because
that's first assuming that like everything else in her body isn't preserved by her code.
Yes.
And
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know. Would that work, to code bearers? Because would their kids have code? I mean,
No, but the thing is that the eggs, they don't. Not saying that the eggs would deteriorate, but they would run out of eggs, right? Like there's a certain limited number that a woman has over her lifetime.
So we're assuming that C2 has periods, though.
yeah.
Well, here's an interesting thing to think about.
I like this conversation.
I don't.
When code is activated, you're an immortal, but like, what does that take away from you? Are you infertile? Or does it have anything as a result there too? Plus, when you think about it as well, there is a limited quantity of eggs, but what does the Geass do that exactly makes a person immortal? I mean, do cells continuously regenerate at the level they were at when code was received? And if so, I mean, does that continuously keep it in the same state so that, essentially speaking, she could produce basically an infinite number of eggs because the body is continuously going through that same age point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And it seems like, though, that it's heavily based off of vampire-like mythology, like the idea of the code bearers and the fact that they transfer powers over to other people, and if you kill the head one, they can affect the other ones. So yeah, in that case, it would mean they're infertile if they're going off of that, but they can always spin it into another direction.
Dracula was a code bearer confirmed.
Yes.
By the way, no. If anybody's getting any ideas, there's not going to be a video on whether or not C2 has her period. So I'm sorry.
We'll leave that to Brent.
At least she lives in a day and age where it might all exist. So
I think Mac could do a video on that.
Yeah, that sounds like something just crazy enough for him.
Yeah, check out Mac a lot. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I think Cyanide raises a good point, aka Tablecon, that we don't know how the biology works. So does it just constantly regenerate all cells? So it doesn't become a issue, or does it just preserve you in a certain state? Like, yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Gilgamesh asked, what if Australia is full of code bearers? Yeah, that would be interesting. And also emu nightmares. Emu are scary as it is, man.
Yeah, give them nightmares and they will conquer the whole world in a year's time.
Ooh.
Because, I mean, they were able to beat modern military without weaponry.
History guy over here. So
the great emu wars of Australia.
We have Nana in the chat. What's up, Nana? Shout out to Nana. And she says that she thinks if C2 had her period, she would be cranky. I don't know. C2 it does get cranky, in my opinion.
She gives attitude, but I don't think necessarily cranky. Like, Lelouch gets more crankier than her, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just don't think C2 feels much of anything at this point. Except maybe a kind of sadistic pleasure when Lelouch is suffering.
That's sort of it as well, is the emotional status is affected. Because, I mean, obviously, when a woman has her period, that affects her emotional capacity and, how she feels and so forth. So, hey, I had an ex who used to tell me about the stuff all the time. So it's, I am now an expert on it. You know,
We are all experts on the subject now.
Yes, you are now all experts. I've educated you. But that's just it, is that, you know, considering how long she's lived and as well as, you know, her general emotional status, you know, even if she was menstruating, would she even show it? You know, would there be anything? Because usually in anime, they don't even generally convey that. If you really think about it, most characters aren't conveyed unless they want to create a scene where it's being conveyed. Yes, we are discussing this.
Yeah,
Do
I can't
periods
believe we're
exist
talking about this.
in
We are
anime?
still talking about it.
They are consistent. Like the characters are consistent. It's like they don't have a period where they're like moody for no reason. There's usually a reason given, right? So that makes sense.
Jose Junior asked if a child gets code like V2, then they cannot reproduce, and I think that would be yes, true, because if their body stops aging at a time where they cannot produce biologically, then that would definitely mean that they couldn't reproduce. I think that's for sure. The only question, of course, is whether an adult code bearer could actually reproduce.
But on that subject, if two code bearers, let's say Immortal Lelouch and C2 in this case, have a kid, when they both still have their codes, would that mean the kid has their codes and would have a code as well? And would that mean that it's just stuck as a baby forever?
Yeah, I don't think so.
That would, well, could it even grow into fetus?
I don't think so. I don't think so, because if the child wouldn't, I don't think code can be inherited. But if it was inherited to the child, it would have to be some kind of special code.
Yeah, like it stops them after they grow a certain amount.
Yeah, so if they do introduce something like that, it will definitely not be your standard code. It will be something like a twist, like, oh, two code bearers have a child, that's something special, so that's why it creates a twist. Like
Code,
that's my thinking.
Code 2.0 stops them after they reach like 18.
Or would it be a case of where they inherit the code when the parent dies? They inherit the parent's code, like because it's in their genetic structure. I mean, that's provided it works that way. But I mean, that's a big stretch here, even based on what we're talking about. But
Guys, Helvian, I love you, man. I love you and your comments. His comment is: imagine if Bryn was here.
She could tell us her story again.
Yes, and more detail.
Guys, Bryn from Bryn's Fandoms just uploaded yesterday a story where she tells about when she was doing was it judo?
Yes.
She was doing judo in Japan competing, and she had a big period incident.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah, so shout out to Bryn. And by the way, I posted the best comment on that video. Bar none. I posted, ironically, this video took some balls.
I can see it. I sympathize with your pain, Cyanide.
Oh, man.
I make best comments. I don't care what anyone says.
Best comments. I wonder if they'll explore that, though, the capabilities of reproduction with a code.
Well,
that is interesting.
I personally doubt they will, simply because it's a confusing thing for even us to muddle out, and that's true. And we're obsessed with the freaking show.
Can we bring in Spice and Wolf after you're done? All right, go.
And I doubt they could be bothered to figure it out and, lore it out. That would be a lot of extra effort.
Damn it, then we'll lore it out.
How many people here have watched Spice and Wolf?
I have.
I have not.
Yeah. So Holo, I think it's clear that she can't have kids, right?
Yeah, that's the impression I got.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like it's like a very similar situation here.
Okay, well, Jose says another interesting thing. He says, you are forgetting that the kid needs to die for the code to activate.
So what, would it just be ritualistic suicide at like 18 or 20?
But I don't think you can create more codes. Like, that's the thing.
But remember my theory that you have to die for the code to activate. So that would be actually a good point. If you could procreate and that person would inherit a code, if that would be possible, we don't know if it would, that would make sense that unless they die, it doesn't activate. So then they could age normally until they die for the first time.
Yeah, like this is all fan fiction because they're definitely not going to explore it.
Yeah, we reached the level of fan fiction a good 10-20 minutes ago.
That's actually really interesting because it's very similar to the Darkness comic where when Jackie hits a certain age, that's when the darkness, like, you know, is able to actually come to life, and he gets seriously injured, and that's sort of when it starts to take over. In this case, once you hit a certain age, that's when you can be killed and gain the power of Geass. So, I mean, that would explore, I mean, for a potential future character, you know, they live a normal life, and then all of a sudden, hey, yeah, time to die. What? Why?
Because you want to be immortal when you're young, pretty, and energetic, not when you're old, cranky, and all your joints hurt.
This is true.
So that'd be a really interesting discussion. It's like this action thriller, suspenseful story where he's trying to escape being killed, and they're just like, don't you want to live forever?
It's like, no, the thing is that in that case, he's going to live forever anyway. It's just, if he dies naturally, he'll come back as a cranky old fart.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, let's just get you immortal when, you know, you're young, your joints don't hurt, and
you have all your faculties. Yeah.
Yeah, you have everything intact. Like, I don't... Yeah. I mean, there might be the problem of the guy not believing them and that he's going to be immortal.
See, that's what I would think, is that, you know, it's sort of played in a very roundabout way because they don't want to expose all that information because wouldn't believe it until it actually happened. Because, I mean, it sounds... I mean, even with us talking about it, it's like, that's ridiculous. And, I mean, even in the world, it could be seen as very, you know, fictional, but that's just it. So he probably would be like, dear gosh, what is happening? Da-da-da. I mean, interesting, though.
Amelia says, you guys stopped talking about the script an hour ago. Well, we talked about it, bro. You want to talk about it more? You have questions? Let us know. We talked about it. We covered it quite extensively with Soul Maka here as well. So if you want to talk about some more stuff, if you have specific questions, let us know. I'm trying to answer your questions. Is it my fault that Odwin keeps asking about periods?
Rant time.
No, I'm
Poor
just...
Odwin. He didn't even ask about
rant
periods, he
in
just
the
asked
rant
about reproduction.
cafe?
I know, Odwin's like, I just want to know if they could have a child. Why is this my fault? It's like, no, man, it's your fault.
Scapegoat is required. Sacrifice him to the gods of anime.
Gobble.
Human biology does not make me uncomfortable, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
Beautiful
Human biology is
thing.
a beautiful thing, and you all need to relax.
Respect it. Respect the Geass. Respect the cult.
And snigger behind our
sword.
backs.
Guys, I did not know that if you turn the screen this way, then the comments just come on the left side.
This is
pretty
new.
cool.
That's a new feature.
Well, that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
He's
but
a genius.
yeah, guys. So if you wanna watch on your phone, it's like a more interactive now. YouTube has made an update, but
You guys need to comment though, so that
Colonel-
won't work.
Colonel Nat says, if we would have a Geass, what would it be? And I already talked about this before, but my Geass would be to be able to control anyone through electronics. So like looking at you right now, I would be like, I command you to follow me forever and be my #1 supporter. And then you would be.
But
That
that
would
would be
not
impossible. If you commanded everyone to be the #1 supporter, then there could be no #1 supporter.
Hey, it's called
Oh, they're all tied.
It's called healthy competition.
Well, the interesting thing, though, too, is that there are probably people who were just listening to this but not actually watching the video. So then they'd be like, wait, what? You know, so you got a portion of people that are actually watching it, then all of a sudden, bam, you know, they're under your control. And then other people who are just listening to it going, who in the what now?
And you would do very poorly in like medieval Europe or something.
We've talked many times about how in any time other than this one, his would be the most useless Geass.
Yes. So I don't think it would be a thing just because I think it would have to be a thing from way back when the codes started or the Geass started. So,
But can Geass evolve?
Well,
That's
I mean, it's
interesting.
supposed to
That's
reflect your deepest desire / innermost fear kind of thing. So I don't know. Maybe if you were, you know, your deepest desire was to, you know, become the internet. Maybe.
Kelvian suggested that we do a live reading of the script. If we do, then I call Colin. I'm gonna be Colin.
that's weird for everyone.
That'd be really weird.
Why would you be called?
Because I like her character. Shut up.
So you want
Anyway,
to dress up as her and like play her?
I'm down with
Jose.
C2.
Jose.
I don't even know. I
I
don't even think
addressed
C2
your point,
shows up.
Jose, about the code.
Oh yeah, she does a little.
Activating only after death.
Oh.
We don't have enough people to do everyone anyway.
Oldman says, what if all your supporters start killing each other to prove who is number one? No. You cannot prove by killing each other. You must prove with your loyalty.
By converting more.
Yeah, you
Who
must
converts
convert
the most?
more supporters. You must prove with your loyalty that you're the best, not with hurting other followers, because the more followers we have, the better it is for us. So if
Your
you hurt other followers, you're actually not the number one follower
Exactly.
because you're doing you're going against the cause.
Yeah.
That is not a cult, though.
These are your brothers and sisters. You must respect them.
All the brothers and sisters of our not a cult, join us.
We're not a cult.
Not
Oh.
a cult.
Well, Anbu brought up a point that we addressed earlier. With the script, it was made clear that a time slot change ended up changing the story of CG. So after 10 years, how can we expect CG R3 to begin?
It will begin with Lelouch and C2 hiding out in the middle of rural Japan somewhere, probably, or Europe.
They don't like even finishing like where they don't like starting where they finished off. So I feel like it'll be like something completely random, and then later they'll go into the backstory of like what happened right after.
That, or it'll start with like I don't know, an assassination somewhere or something.
Yeah, something like that, because they really hate just continuing chronologically right away. They don't want to do that.
Can't have that. Can't have that.
See, that's
That would be too
interesting.
logical.
Because with how much time has passed, would we get a recap, or would they instead
The
break
movies,
that
right?
cycle and
Movies are
start
kind of a
back
recap.
at where they stopped at then, to try and give people a better correlation? Because as you said, that is one of the big staples of the series, that they don't like continuing off of where they stopped at. But since so much time has passed, would that change that at all?
People are saying it must be Australia where it starts.
Australians.
I mean, if we don't get any information about Australia in the next season, like the theories will just blow up.
Yeah, the
Riots.
series will just boil over.
Australia videos. We're gonna travel to Australia and investigate firsthand.
It's like, how do you feel about Geass?
You're gonna find Jeremiah's orange farm in Australia.
Yep, deja vu links. I specifically forbid you to start killing people. He's like, yes, Lord Animac, I will murder people. No, I forbid you to do that.
Dear God, how was that interpreted?
It went from everyone has to compete to be the number one follower to you gotta kill all the other followers to be the number one follower.
Yandere over here.
But yeah, guys, don't forget to drop a like if you like these streams. So, because we're always gonna get some DX fan dislikes, so you gotta drop those likes.
Just scapegoating the X-Fan.
Fight the power.
Yes, every like we've ever had, guys, is from DX fans. Even before the controversy, everything.
I feel like deja vu links. I feel like you're purposely misinterpreting me now, bro.
Oh God, Soul's back.
The cult is real. The cult is real.
Yeah, Soul's like, can you guys fucking stop doing that? Like, I've had enough. Yeah, so should we do a huge meetup of Anime Uproar in Australia one day? What do you guys think?
That would be cool.
This huge Australia meetup, the search for oranges, Orange Farm.
Everyone, save your money now.
I
Okay.
thought we were doing that in Canada at Anime North.
Well,
that will be the prelude.
That'll be the prelude.
By the way, I don't know if anyone's from the Toronto area, you plan on going to Anime North, but if you do, you will see me, Gozen, Vector Maximus, Macalnot, and Briggs from all the anime, all being there all the time. Just
It will be insane.
And we're gonna be in like this very weird posse, probably.
Oh man, it's gonna be sick.
We are not a cult. We are not a cult.
What is that audio?
God damn it, Soul. Turn off your real life.
Soul is having some kind of family feud over there.
Sounds like a haunted house. It's just like
It's his birthday party.
I know.
Getting out of control.
Yeah, but all the demons and
You're like, you guys celebrate. I'm gonna go online and talk to my real friends.
That's right. See, I'm officially showing my status as a weeb. Fuck real life.
Proud.
It's all
I'm
out in
proud
the
of you.
open. It's all out in the open.
Yeah, we're true fans, man. We're not that halfway fans. We're true fans of the anime.
Either you go all the way or not at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're not those casual plebs like that anime snob.
We don't dabble in it. We commit our lives to it.
We are the anime.
We are the anime.
We are the internet and/or the anime.
I'm not sure we want to be the internet because the internet is a scary place.
The internet has 4chan. We don't want to be that.
But can we visit where we want to if we're the consciousness within the internet?
You said we are the internet, and that implies the whole thing.
Yeah, but you can't be conscious of everything at once, can you?
We
You
are
can
the,
if you're the internet.
Yeah.
we are
Okay.
the program.
Internet.
I would like to
There's some
experience
consciousness.
something like that. It's like when you're a forest in Mushishi.
How does one
getting
even be a
all those
forest?
Oh gosh. Forest.
So somebody's playing shit music in your background.
No, they're not.
Snoorly is
The
asking
TV.
me what I think of Nia Tepelin from Gurren Lagann. I don't know. I think she's a good waifu for Simone. I'm more of a Yoko man myself. Yoko in the second season.
Fair?
Can you guys still hear music?
No.
Nope. It's gone.
Right, okay. Kind of weird. Very weird.
It's gone like Vector's face because I can't see
Yeah,
it.
shout out to Creep Ellen. I think her internet is being problematic, so she can't be on the stream. But I saw her on the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pepe,
shout
because
out.
she can't be on
I
the stream.
am the Shadow Lord goes on.
Okay. Rip Queen Helen. She shall be missed.
I am the shout out Lord goes on. I like it.
The shadowed one.
Sir Edgelord says, "We are the collective consciousness of the internet." Oh, that is.
We are
that
part
is-
of it. For
That's
sure.
not a cult statement. I don't know what is.
Precisely.
That is like, remember that cult in Cowboy Bebop?
Oh gosh.
To my
Yes,
eternal shame, I've not yet
big
had a
deal.
chance to watch
No
Cowboy
way.
Bebop.
Oh yeah, because you're like semi-new to anime.
I only started
We
like
will
2
fix
years
this.
ago.
You're like the new kid that gets bullied
I
around at school.
will get to it. I will get to it. Don't worry, it's on the list.
Yeah, watches every Gundam anime. Doesn't watch Cowboy Bebop.
It's on the list after Gundam.
Gundam's more important. It's the
Right?
foundation.
Yeah, like Soul didn't like Cowboy Bebop, which just makes
No.
him wrong. He also thought Rem was best girl. Like Soul's a great guy, but sometimes he's wrong, and we just have to accept it. We love him anyways. You know? Riot says, "Do we have a squad name?" Well, we have a lot of squad names. We are the Anime Empire, the Black Knights, the Space Cowboys, the Anime Uproar International
Orient. The
Conglomerate.
anime
We're all that.
Uproarians.
The Uproar. No.
Yeah, see, Amber knows.
No,
We are not a cult.
no.
Amber knows.
We are the Uproarians.
Eno said, "If you bully Vector, I will bully you," and then she started hissing. So
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Thank you,
Vector,
no.
you got some.
Oh,
You
God.
got some defense.
who was bullying you, Vector? Was it
She's got,
Joel?
she's got Yan.
Zero and
Yan-
Amelia are saying they'll bully me.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Get after them, you know.
Deja Vu Links is like the weird cult. Why? Because there's cults that are not weird. Is that what you're saying? This one
No.
is weird, but there's other ones that are not. I'm pretty sure they're all weird. Sturley says Anime Uproar Nation.
I prefer Empire, but okay.
Yes.
Conglomerate.
The
Yeah,
union of
Conglomerate
anime
is just
lovers.
so capitalistic.
Just any word that's not cult is good. Eno says she will flay at everyone who messes with Vector.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It would be cute if it wasn't so corny.
Oh man, that's love.
She's our little lolly yandere, so, you know, we have to give
Yes.
allowances.
Pretty yandere right now. I don't know if this is just for now, but she's pretty yandere.
It makes
Anyway.
me happy that she's so protective.
By the way, Ateru is best
I love
tsundere.
it.
I'll tell
If
you.
you say so, I got a Mac.
Okay.
Best tsundere. She
Okay.
doesn't want to admit that she's a tsundere, but she's a total tsundere.
Buck.
Back at
It's like, I'm not a tsundere, you Baka.
Yeah, it's not like I want to be a tsundere. Baka.
It's not like I care that you called me a tsundere. Baka baka baka.
Yeah. See?
That's yandere. That's approaching yandere right there.
No, that's a really angry tsundere like Rin, Tosaka, or Taiga will do that whole freak out.
3 times.
Tiger would knock you out.
Taiga does knock you out even though she doesn't know you. She's crazy.
Punch
I love the beginning of that love story. It's awesome. The first connection is her punching him out.
Snoorly.
Oh.
Cheers, bro.
Definitely.
You get my approval.
I don't think enough people have seen Tor though.
No, it's amazing. It's an amazing show.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
a
good.
fun show. It's not like the best show. It's not like Clanada.
No, yeah, no. Yeah, it's not like Planet level, but it's good. It's nice. You know, it's just nice. It's a nice story. It has its ups and downs as well. You know, in the romance department and stuff. And it's just nice. Like that. What's that other one? Nagi
Oh,
no
God, my
Asakura. That's another really nice one as well.
Nagiasu Alone in the Sea.
Yeah. The Under the Sea one. Yeah, that one is beautiful. That is beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, it's fun. I thought the first season was kind of slow. The second season got better.
Yeah. I like how the romances were handled though, because they're handled in a very mature fashion.
Yeah, the things change. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Like with the time, when the time skips kind of happened, then yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that was cool. That was like a unique way to do things for sure. I agree.
Yeah.
Ino said, "What is even a tsundere? That's stupid, Baka."
There is just no response.
There is no way. Okay, so I think we should wrap the stream up now because Gozen still has a lot of editing to do for the new Code Geass video. By the way, guys, tonight we're dropping the new Code Geass video. Every Geass power explained. Gozen will stay up all night if he has to because I told him to start editing yesterday and he didn't.
Yeah,
So-
some people have school, bro.
So do
You did not
I.
say yesterday when I told you. You were done.
You're not
just-
editing, friggin'.
It's alright. It's alright, Anima,
did
you're a
my
big
part.
bro. Just beat
I
him with a
did
stick. It's alright.
my
Beat him with a
part.
stick.
Beat
So
him
yeah,
with
guys.
the fedora.
Look out for that, and of course, if you're not on the Discord yet, definitely join us. Link is in the description. It's a blast, and yeah. So, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for being in the chat. It was lively. It was great. I saw a lot of familiar faces, which means a lot to me. Thank you, Gilgamesh, for your donation of support. You are the King of Kings. And yeah, thanks to Vector, thanks to Cyanide Blizzard, aka Tablecoon, who has a great YouTube channel that is one of these days going to be spotlighted by Anime Uproar because something is coming up there that's going to be very interesting. I'm not going to reveal it just yet, but I am pretty impatient to see it.
I thought
So
it was
yeah.
going to get annexed into the Anime Uproar channel.
Well, eventually, but he has a great series of first impressions. It's hilarious, so definitely check out his channel, Cyanide Blizzard. Vector also has a channel that he sometimes posts on, so you can check out.
Never. I never post.
I put the link in the description. He posts every 2 months or 4 months.
Something like that, yes.
Just
And,
to show your live.
And Soul Maka has some interests of his own that you can check out by joining the Discord because we can't discuss them here. And
And that should be everything you need to know about what Soul does.
yeah.
I love how you put it back there. I love how you put it.
Cyanide, the video is out. For some reason, Cyanide is muted, but he's like, "What? Wait, what is it?
Yeah, he says it's already out.
It's like
oh my god! Oh my god!
It's like cut
First
the end.
impressions, handshakers. Oh my
The video
god.
is out.
Yeah.
We gotta go check that out
You
immediately.
guys gotta watch this. You guys gotta watch this because it's
Yeah.
going to make someone you might know is going to make an appearance there. So yeah, check out Cyanide Blizzard new video. I will link it.
In this video.
in-
Or
in-
we can even do it in
I will link it in the chat too.
Yeah.
Let me just find it. And of course, we are continuing the discussion on Discord, guys. So don't feel like your lives are now meaningless because this stream is ending. I love you guys. And we'll be
Your life is now meaningless.
here's the link. I haven't seen the video yet, so I gotta see it too. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm psyched, you guys. I'm psyched.
I'm psyched by how psyched you are. I'm
Yeah,
like, this
Zero's
has to
like,
be good.
oh my god, no, it's true. I'm literally that excited because I love his first impression series. I always like such an honor to be part of this video. So yeah, guys, check this out. I haven't checked it out yet, but it's gonna be great. I'm sure. I mean, I'm gonna be great. I know it.
You keep that confidence.
Love yourself much?
Yes, he does.
I love myself because that is the only way I can love the rest of you if I love myself first. That is why.
Okay.
I give and I give.
I understand that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll wrap it up now. Thank you guys so much for coming again. Such a pleasure. So many regular people coming in, participating, streaming with us. It means a lot to us. It means really, it's great. It's an amazing experience to have this community built. Thank you to all my guests, who, especially Gozen, who is joining me all the way from the other room in this house to support the stream. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks to everybody who came, like from like Kuri Gohan and the people who were like way late at night being here supporting the stream. Means a lot to us, and we'll keep doing these. We'll keep working on the channel. Look out for the new Code Geass video later tonight, and go check out Cyanide Blizzard's video now because that's what I'm gonna do. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys. P.S.
Bye.
Happy birthday, Soul.
Happy birthday.